just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we are underway in Buffalo. A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Take it in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. Oh, Johnson, nice grab. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. First carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they run out of the shotgun with Adams. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Allen now looks to throw. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll run. Here's Harris. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Allen off the play fake. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Second and 14. Allen going to throw. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Harris. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Bills 3. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second and 6. To the air, Allen. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They begin the drive with McFarland. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
We play to win.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. From his end zone comes McFarland. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He finds his tight end Gentry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On first down, it's Harris, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Harris going to get it again on second down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Allen. That's caught by Stevenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, Adams here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Adams. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. And Thomas has it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on fourth. Now Allen, got to have this one. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone comes McFarland. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
To throw, Kaepernick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Just like that. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Who that? 56, 56.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. From his end zone comes McFarland. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start the drive with Harris. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Kaepernick. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. Steps away. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They hand this off to Harris. Dante Hightower on the stop. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They run with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to almost certainly win the football game. Boswell's kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself